Thank you for tuning into the Think Creatively Marketing Podcast, where each episode is a bite-sized insight you can use to instill creativity in your business. I'm your host, Steve Slack, and I know there'll be something for you in what I'm about to share. Let's dive in. What does thinking creatively mean to you? That's the question I want to talk about here as episode 2 of the Think Creatively Marketing Podcast. To me, thinking creatively means you're thinking outside of the box. You're looking at something that you do every day, each week, something on a consistent basis, and attacking it from another angle. What you're searching for are new ways you can do it differently, and in such a way that revives your creative energy, so it's not just another mundane and routine task. Maybe you'll discover a better, more efficient way of accomplishing that same task that you wouldn't have otherwise thought of if you hadn't taken that step back to evaluate. So it's also about getting into your customer's mind and thinking as they would. How would they act, react, and think about what you're sharing with them? And that can help jostle some new ideas and ways of thinking that leads you down an exciting path to creating a really powerful marketing campaign. And it's okay to borrow ideas from others and mold them into what fits for you. Alan Gannett recently spoke on one of our webinars at Surefire Local in advance of his new book launch, The Creative Curve. And he talked about how strokes of creative genius are not something that's magical and restricted to just a handful of remarkable people. It's borrowing here and there from a group of ideas to mold it into something that's truly unique and yours. And I notice that all the time when I'm writing my novel and building the universe it resides in. So I want to challenge you. Take something you do, whether that's in your personal life or work life, and take a step back from it. Really think about it, what it is that you're doing, and if this task is really going to help you meet your goal. You may find out that it doesn't really help. That way you can invest that valuable time in something else. So look out in the industry and take note of what's working for others and what you like. Then see how you can adapt it for your situation. And you might just be surprised with what you think of next. Hey, thanks so much for checking out my podcast. It means so much to me that you've taken these past few minutes to listen in, and I do hope you've learned something of value. Before I sign off, please consider subscribing to the Think Creatively Marketing Podcast. And if you do, go ahead and shoot me an email at steve@eslackmedia.com, and I'd love to connect with you. As you dive into your next campaign, remember this quote: "No matter what people say, words and ideas can change the world." Now go create the next big marketing campaign.